Welcome everybody back to another Sickcast reaction. I'm sick.
I'm also sick again.
And this is Witch Hat episode 8. What is it called? It's called The Misgivings of the Knights Morales.
Oh.
Is Coco gonna get her memory erased? Or is Qifrey gonna show up just in time? Let's find out. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go.
They still look so cool.
魔法の記憶を失えば、その恐怖さえ忘れられる知らざるものになるだけ。違うって言ってるのに、どうして話を聞いてくれない？いやだ。
Oh.
Is this a crime? Is she gonna get messed up too now? Ouch.
Oh.
Oh, the cloud.
Yeah.
Seems like another very serious crime.
重要なのは事情ではなく、掟違反という事実だ。だから秩序と平和は全ての魔法使いが厳格に掟を守ることのみで保たれている。
It's cool they can just grow those back.
例外が存在してはならない。
子供たちの話は聞かないくせに自分でたっぷり話すんだな。
Damn.
僕の弟子に手を出さないでくれ。イースヒース。
なるほど。お前の弟子だったのか。
So yeah, that explains a lot.
よく似て普通な生徒たちだ。
いるなら優等生なんてクソくらいだよ。俺が魔系団の仕事というならなおさらだ。
我々は秩序を守りたいだけだ。ダダ山脈やその影森のように大地を変えるほどの強力な魔法は。
Oh, that's why they're like that. That's why the freaking bubble things are like that.
しかるべき対処をして当然のこと。
だとしても事情を聞かずに戸を奪うのはおかしい。それにこの規模の魔法を技術も道具も僕は弟子に与えた覚えはないな。
That's the real thing. It's like I get just being like, okay, we're gonna quickly just erase your memory, but it's like clearly there are children that could not have been able to perform this spell intentionally. So even if it was Coco, it's because one of the brimmed caps like did something to her that made that happen. And if you erase her memory, then she wouldn't be able to tell you, if she even would tell them, you know, like, oh yeah, I had this weird vision where this guy was like, oh, I'm gonna give you something, you know? So they would just be erasing that, and by extension just helping the brim caps because it's like erasing the evidence of their involvement.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's still civilians here. They're all messed up.
Oh. I really hope his legs are gonna be okay.
Yeah. They can't actually heal anything.
Technically, yes, but it's nope, not from us.
Yeah. Such a good OP. I love it every time.
一般的なクソ魔法だ。
これじゃあ川岸を丸ごと崩すのは無理だ。だね。
Yeah.
手を見せる。リボは時々魔法陣を入れ墨にして取り込む。の強化を変化。魔法の力を増幅させる禁止魔法。育ちたてのペンダコに魔木で汚れた手。
もういいでしょ
う。大講堂に報告した後、 この件の調査を開始するとがやはりお前たちにあるとなれば容赦はしないぞ。失わぬようせいぜい気をつけることだな。
Well.
ヒヤヒヤした。よかったよ、みんな無事で。大人が2人とも離れるべきじゃなかったね。本当にごめん。
じゃないよ。
とはいえ、だと、ここ。すごく危ない自覚は持ってほしい。もし誰かに間がバレていたら、全員の記憶を消さなければならないところだった。その人の人生そのものだ。
I guess they can't do it like they can't selectively
Yeah.
do memories by the sound of it. Keep talking about like they would just be complete amnesiacs, have no idea who they even are or where they came from or who their family is.
I guess because, yeah, if it's like they can't, maybe if they were able to do like something on the person
more,
themselves,
like,
they
it
could
would be
get more
forbidden
in
magic.
depth, but they have to just do something kind of generic that will work.
It might be the only kind of like forbidden magic that they allow the use of because it prevents like the use of other ones as well because it's altering the human body in a way. Maybe they can't study it or they can't apply different uses of it. So it's just a complete slate wipe so that they don't have to study it more or do more shit like that.
試験は遠ざかってしまった。
Yeah, maybe not.
でも君たちはやってのけた。だから、第二の試験を受ける申請をしておくね。ありがとう。
Qifrey is like so he's like he just bends the rules every single time. He's just like, "Oh, you did something that you're not supposed to do? Well, here's a reward for that." Like I think that proves that you can handle a lot of shit.
人前で魔法を使わないと約束できるかい?
Well, I think he did also see, like, you know, hearing the story and seeing that she was able to, like, set aside her desire to be the hero and, like, be the one to save the day, and instead she was smart enough to be able to do a really flashy spell that would give Coco the chance. I think that does show, you know, a lot of maturity from her.
I agree.
And that, you know, I think it is good that she can take the second test now.
I think it is as well. I'm just pointing out that, like, he's always getting in trouble for not following the rules and for being a renegade, and he, you know, wants everybody to follow, or like, you know, the whole point is that everyone thinks they have to follow the rules, but every time any one of his students does something that's like considered bad, he ends up rewarding them by letting them, oh, you pass still, or oh, I'll give you the test, or oh, here's your shit, like here you froze your mom in stone, here, come live with me and learn magic. You know, you selfishly kind of went out of your way to break the rules so that you could save somebody else. Well, that's technically not what you're supposed to do, but you know what? Let's do your test because that shows some initiative. Like.
おい、キーフリー。いいのか。アガットの焦りを心配しているんだろう。
でも、今はそうじゃない。それなら僕は信じてあげるべきかな。
甘すぎだろう。
自分に厳しいを持つとそうなるんだよ。
キーフリー先生、帰って練習したいです。
ちょっと待って。あともう一つやるべきことがある。
でしてあの子だろう。
Like they're flying like geese.
本当なら噂を真実だと証明できるか。
あの石化した家で証拠を探すのは無理だな。
ならば自白させるしかあるまい。魔法のせいで下流の川が干上がり。
That's really fucking bad.
岸を崩し流れを変え下流は変化を余儀なく。
Yeah, this area is going to be completely destroyed.
永久に失われてしまうのだ。あの娘は最初の転がり落ちる可能性があるなら何としてでも取り除かねば。
Whoa.
オルルギオのペンは特殊でね。杖といって石や木に魔法陣を焼き付ける。
That's cool. That makes sense. Like when there's some things like that spring that was at the very, very start that was just like forever, you know, going.
川の水も戻り始めた。砂人化魔法の効果が切れ始めたんだろう。
Oh, good.
ここ。
Oh. I wonder if her ink got swapped out. I wonder if that's how it was.
私も気をつけてね。帽子も魔木も置き忘れたら大変だ。
ごめんなさい。ありがとうございます。あれ？おかしいな。私の魔木全然減ってない。あ、小瓶とかなんですか？
ここ。ちょっと見せてもらえるかい？
先生
Oh god.
The hell is this?
魔法は世界を彩る偽り。
Music is so good. Oh my god.
手はこんなにインクで汚れるのに。嘘は近づけばバレるもの。
Oh.
いつまで隠しておけるかな。
The hell does his blood do to the ink, I wonder?
Yeah.
この魔僕は
It's contaminated.
カルンでノルナーさんにもらったものだったね。
You're gonna take it back to him and be like, and the guy's gonna be like, this is not
俺
my
も
ink.
先にみんなを連れて帰っていてくれ。
あ、お前はどこ行くつもりだよ。
僕は大騒ぎでココのペンを買いそびれてしまったからね。すぐ近くだし帰るよ。
じゃあ土産に呪蜜酒。
熟成物を1本ずつ。
よし、任せろ。
ごめんね。どうしても確認したいこ
Because
と
he was
がある。
asking
To
the guy
analyze the
before
ink,
what the
yeah.
ink was, yeah.
あれドアが消えてる
しまった。
Closed for the
今
day.
日はお店が休みな
Damn
の
it.
か。
They literally like replace it with stone.
あ、キーフリーさんとこの間の
タータ君、ノルノアさんに用があって。
ああ、ちょっと待ってて。
A stamp?
Oh, it's a doorknob with a
That's so
stamp on the
cool,
other
yeah.
side.
Whoa.
That must be a really complicated spell.
It's
You
a
wouldn't
great
want.
way to lock a door.
I wonder if it would work if you like plunked it onto your body or if it only reacts to stone.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
入って。
Sketchy. I always think that, like, you know, what if you
Yeah,
touch the
because it's a
fucking thing?
complete, like the thing's complete already.
だと部屋が全然違う
It's like their house.
ドアノブによって部屋が違うんだ。
Oh.
Okay.
じいちゃんは多分3階です。
That's cool.
ありがとう。お邪魔するね。
Oh, look at all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
知らないマサイがいっぱいだわあ綺麗何
あんまりいじらないで。配列変わったら困るから。マゾメの染料だよ。
Mm.
魔木の効果を強化するための
That's
混ぜ
cool.
物なんだ。
ノルノアさん、
キーフリー、今日は研究日じゃぞ。
ですが、
なんてな。
That's cool.
わ
Floating
か
chair.
っとるよ。
うん
お前さんの用事は書かれていた魔法陣のことじゃろ。
Kind of.
まだ何も分かっとらんよ。目を分離する魔法を試したが、見事なまでに解けていてな。お前さんは何か使う
Yeah.
You know what? Here's my theory. He used the blood as a coagulant so that it would congeal in a way that they couldn't separate using his tools. Like the blood would
Oh.
clot that as it mixed with the ink. Because he's analyzing it with all of his tools where they don't use human blood because that's forbidden.
Yeah.
So, or blood in general, they wouldn't use that because that's forbidden. So he's like maybe using shit that would separate it out, and he's like, I can't get it to separate. I can't figure out what's in it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Go ahead.
My theory was that maybe it's using the blood because, like, we were talking about, it's like the blood of the tree. And then we were talking about, like, oh, what if the trees were, like,
Yeah, oh,
previous different, like, because we're saying, like, now magic is just used, you know, with this ink.
Yeah.
But if the people or, like, magical beings in some way, whether they were
Yes.
witches or, like, more, like, elf type creatures, and also maybe people used to use blood magic previously, like maybe before ink it was blood and you would cut yourself and draw a seal or
Yeah.
something like that. But then it became into if someone got turned
Right.
into a tree, and then it's like the blood of
So
the tree.
then it's not forbidden to use the tree's blood, but it would be forbidden to use our blood.
But maybe by adding some actual blood to the tree's blood makes it more closer to like the original sort of untamed like blood magic kind of deal, you know?
Well, what I'm thinking with what you're bringing up is like the tree blood is the only legal form of ink that can be used. But normally, like you say, if you could just use your blood and like a few other components, Like, that's the key component. So he maybe doesn't even need the tree's blood, the brimmed caps. He's using his blood because that's like the original way of doing it, where you use your own blood or you know, living person's blood. But maybe there was some kind of sacrifice where, like, yeah, whatever ancient order of elf people or fey creatures that like turned into these trees, or like, because there's a story about like falling in love with the tree. So that's blood. Yeah. Yeah, there's something going on there for sure.
まだ何も分かっとないよ。お前さんは何か掴んだのかね？
実はあるものを手に入れて。
The hell is this?
これは似ておる。いや、ほのかな青みがまっ。
Faint blue hue.
お前さん、こいつをどこで？ちょっと待て。これはわしの瓶か？
あの日だ。
Oh, he's replacing her ink. Yeah.
つがり棒が瓶に魔法をかけたんだ。
何をしとる？書く前に。
Careful, you psycho.
He's gonna see if it goes more powerful than it should or something.
ねえ、今日はなんて名前？天井のところの大きなやつ。
そうかの粉。混ぜると魔法の効果が長持ちするんだ。
Okay.
反対側の棚にある小さい瓶の白くてキラキラして。
名長の鱗粉だよ。あれを混ぜると魔木が飛ぶ。
Ooh.
Okay. So that's what the dyes are.
Yeah, I like that.
細長い瓶は旅人貝の粉。反対の丸っぽい瓶は禁煙竜の鱗の粉。
すごいやったタくん。ここにある染料の名前全部。
まあ商品だし。
いいなぁ。マザー屋さんに住めるなんて。棚とか瓶とか壁一面ワクワクし
It's
た。
pretty cool.
タータくんが羨ましいよ。
アトリエの方がいいに決まってる。あんた魔法使いなのに変なこと言うんだな。
魔法使いの見習いなんじゃないの？
俺は。
Is he not allowed to be a witch?
なんていう染料なの？
どれ？
あれ、あの棚。浅瀬色と枯葉色の間にある。
だから何段目のどれだよ。
すっ
Oh,
ごく赤くて目立つや
is
つだ
he
よ。
blind?
Oh, well, the order's messed up now. Is he maybe colorblind?
今の光。
びっくりした。
He's so worried about the order because he can't see the colors.
Yeah.
He mixes up the colors, so they all have to be labeled and ordered properly. Well, it's important anyway, but
Oh, god damn it.
よかった。瓶が割れてなくて。
よくないよ。最悪だ。で、バラバラになってる。じいちゃんから触るなって言われてたのに。
it's okay. It was
Maybe
Qifrey's
should have
fault.
been better labels that wouldn't fly off like that.
何の粉かわかる？どの色がどの原材料の？
わかんないよ。
でも
He's colorblind.
置いてある場所覚えただけ。色で見分けたわけじゃない。
Yeah, those labels suck ass.
Yeah.
もう帰ってくれ。悪いけど、ここが手伝えることは何もないよ。人にはできることとできないことがあるんだ。銀ダミ賞の俺の目じゃ、いくら勉強しても魔法使いにはなれないように。
俺言わんこっちゃない。キフリ、大丈夫かね？
Freaking blind yourself?
あんな小さな魔法陣であの規模の威力とは。
これはおそらく双子瓶の魔法です。
Twinned bottle, so what he puts in his bottle, it's connected to hers. I was thinking the same thing. It's sympathy magic.
小さなメダルが沈めてある。これを使わされたんだ。分だけ増えたのは謎の混ぜ物で補充したか
A
ら。
mystery additive.
この瓶は彼らと繋がっている。やっと。
It really is like Name of the Wind.
なんてことだ。小さくて雑な陣でも強力魔木じゃと。
That's crazy.
そんなものがこの世にあっちゃならん。わしの手
Yeah, this is way above my fucking pay grade. Call the cops.
I feel bad for this old guy again.
誰の手に渡してもダメ。
Why?
ことでさえ知られない方がいい。
Because they'll destroy it, probably.
We'll probably just erase their memories.
何を言った？お前さん、 自分の言葉の意味が分かっとるのか。何をするつもりじゃ。その魔木で何を。
Is he gonna erase his memories? Or is he gonna kill him?
Oh my god.
ここ待たせたね。あの魔木の瓶だけど間違えてすごく高価なものを渡しちゃったみたい。にカバンを買ったからこれを使って。
ありがとうございます。
That's nice.
That's nice. I'm concerned for the guy, though.
Yeah, what's going on in that building? Why? Are they okay? Did he kill the old man?
銀ダミ症って何ですか。
銀ダミ症は
I wonder if it's from being around the tree.
銀色に覆われて見える目のことだよ。
It's complete absence of
視
color.
力を尊ぶ風潮があるから苦労するかもしれないね。例外に厳しいのは魔法使いの良くないところだよ。ここ。そう不安そうな顔をしないで。大丈夫だよ。の生徒である限り、僕は君を全力で守る。君が心配することは何もないんだ。何もね。
Okay, well, can we... Oh my god, okay.
さっきの光
Did he erase his memories?
この辺の瓶崩しちゃったんだ。あの強い光何だったの？キーフリーさんの魔法？
Uh-oh.
はて、光何も光っとらんよ。
じいちゃん。
Okay.
Yikes.
Very interesting for two reasons. One, Qifrey can do that. Two, we were hypothesizing early in the episode based on how people have talked about erasing memories for the whole show, that it seems like it's probably not as targeted as you would think, and that it's probably very like wipe the whole slate clean. We don't 100% know that. But if that is the case, then that also means that Qifrey knows the secret sauce on erasing memories to the level where he can target memories, which means that he practices forbidden magic more than anyone knows, which is why he doesn't want anyone to talk to the cops. But that's just a theory.
Yeah.
We don't.
I
Actually
mean,
know
it would
that.
make sense if he's trying to like. It's like you have to kind of like
Send
know
a beast
your
to catch a beast.
Yeah, like you have to kind of know, in order to catch someone who's breaking the rules, you kind of have to break the rules, or at least,
I
be
will
able to
become
bend them.
evil to destroy the greater evil," said Lelouch. Yeah.
Interesting, but yeah, he seems like he remembered because like when they were talking about Coco, it seemed like they would erase. At first, I thought it just erases any memory of magic whatsoever, but then it seemed more like it would erase just like potentially everything, like similar to a person with amnesia, where they're just like, okay, I know I'm a person, know how to do like basic stuff, but you don't really remember like what your life was like or who you were.
Well, we can only speculate so much, but we don't know whether they're talking because they mentioned this episode in particular. They mentioned it other times, and it's unclear. But there's somebody that said like, oh, memories, they're everything that makes up who we are, and I don't know if they're just talking about like, oh, it's a big like. There's two ways to interpret that. There's like one. Memory to erase memories is like almost inhuman because it's like any memory is a piece of the makeup of what we are. The second way to interpret that is like if we erase your memories, you won't be the same person because we'll erase everything. So we don't really know which way to interpret that, and we don't really want to know. So don't say it in the comments because I'm sure it will be a plot point as it goes on later, and it will we'll let the show guide us on that. But if it is the case that they only have a very limited control, generally, unless you're a forbidden magic user, then it makes Qifrey a lot scarier because he clearly did control what he erased from the old man. But it works either way, showing how scary he is and that because it's forbidden for him to do it anyway, because he's not. The Knights Morales have a. Or no, he was gonna do it to Coco, wasn't he? He was gonna so maybe they all can do it, or maybe he was just gonna do it. I don't know. It seems like it's their job, and like it's not really kosher to do otherwise, but maybe it's any witch can erase normal people's memories. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
And then we got silver wash eyes. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you were thinking like maybe it has something to do with being around the tree, or maybe you're just born with it.
Maybe not. It's interesting because it seems like, I mean, other than all like the fancier stuff, but it seems like so far, at least at the level that the girls are at, which is all you would really need to be like a baseline witch. It's all in black and white. It's ink.
Yeah.
You know, like you wouldn't think that.
Other than the dyes that they add.
Other than the
to
dyes,
do other things, which is extremely important. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like it seems like potentially a lot of witches don't just like have these dyes around their house. They go and they buy ink that has been pre-infused, with this stuff a lot of the times. Like these guys are kind of like alchemists over here, like, measuring and mixing and doing all these things. Like, Qifrey's not making his own ink. He's going and buying his ink, whether it's regular or specialty or whatever. So it's really unfortunate that sort of witches in general have deemed this to be like a condition that makes you unable to practice magic, when as far as I can see, it wouldn't really stop you from doing most things.
What it could stop you, and because they have a zero tolerance for other people seeing you doing magic, is if your vision was impaired at all or your awareness was impaired at all, then you could leak how magic is done to other people. If, like, say, somebody's wearing a red hat and they're, like, hiding behind a corner and you didn't see them because you're fucking silver-washed colorblind, and, maybe it's since they, like Qifrey says, they have not a lot of tolerance for exceptions. Mm-hmm. It's like any risk is not worth taking because of how terrible. And, again, I think that, like, it's easy to be like, oh, the Knights Morales, they're, like, such assholes. But, I mean, with what they described, and what we just saw from the riverbed, but what they described from, like, the ancient fucking wars and the little bit that we've heard of that, just think of the potential of damage that one person can do. And we're learning new things every episode of, like the sympathy vial or whatever that is, like how there's, using blood, or maybe that's what it is. It's like the blood of the person puts it in both vials, and then now they're like mirrored, or it's the little
there's like the little thing. So then when he put his blood in, his blood went into hers, and that's why it filled back up.
Yeah. But anyway, like there's plenty of things that we don't even know. Like Qifrey doing that fucking dragon, just one little thing in the vial can amplify it so insanely that it can destroy an entire river and alter the entire valley's ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And that was just one mistake. So I don't think it's that far-fetched I don't think it's that extreme to say people who, if you need to have, it's like, I see it the same way that it reminds me of, in Little Miss Sunshine, that's what I instantly thought of here, where the kid, played by Paul Dano, he wants to be a pilot, he wants to be like a fighter pilot, and so he's doing like this vow of silence type things to like train himself, or help his, I forget what the rationale is, but he's not speaking, and it's part of his training to be a pilot. And then they're driving, and then he's like, oh, look at this, blah blah blah, and then he finds out that he's colorblind, and it's like a complete tragedy because they don't let colorblind people be fighter pilots, and that makes sense because you need to be able to have really good vision to distinguish this is a very high pressure, you cannot make mistakes, you cannot do anything wrong. The people who are trained in those programs are the same people who are flying the planes that drop nukes if they need to. Like, you're in, and I actually saw a video, speaking of this, it connects back to this, but there's a video of all of the graduating class of one of these fighter pilot schools. Mm-hmm. And in the graduating class, they're like on stage, and then there's like a drum roll, and then it shows what plane that they're going to be in charge of flying for their career. And like when you graduate, you're assigned this type of plane. Mm-hmm. That's the type of pilot you are. It's like F-16, which is like cool fighter jet. F-18, cool fighter jet. And those guys are like, wow, they're like all hyped up and like, yeah, they're like so ready to be fighter pilots and like be moving quick and dodging around and shooting guys. And then it goes to the B-52, or whatever it is, the freaking SR-71 Blackbird nuke-dropping huge stealth plane that's, like, super scary and gigantic and incredibly important job. And that guy's on stage, and it goes to that. I forget what specific plane it is, but then he's, like, steady as a stone. He doesn't react at all. He's like, cool, basically, and then, like, gets off, and they're like, and all the comments are like, that's the kind of guy you want to be piloting that type of a thing. I think it's a similar thing for witches, where it's like, the finer details are so important because one mistake can be so drastic. So you need, the people who are allowed to have this knowledge and allowed to be in these positions need to be vetted and controlled, because one rogue or a few rogue people like the Brimcaps can cause so much fucking damage if they just don't follow the rules. So the zero tolerance policy to me completely makes sense, and I don't really see the Brimcaps as like bad guys in this. I see that the Knights Morales as bad guys in this. That one dude, Sukuna over there, is a little bit hasty for sure. But think of it this way: if he erased her memories of magic and she was being preyed upon by the Brimcaps seed that they were planting of, you know, Coco going out there and doing more magic, and then her like slowly seeding more chaos without even knowing it, is instantly gone. Like, he solves that problem. If he erases her memory, it's like, and what's the loss? The loss is we don't have Coco studying magic and doing magic. Is that, which is the bigger loss? If she destroys 5 more riverbeds because she accidentally gets however many more people killed, is that going to be a better, like, what's the risk reward ratio here? And I think that's what they operate on. So I don't see them as incredibly bad. Obviously Coco's the main character and we want to see her do good, but I mean, what has Coco done so far? She's been used by the Brimcaps to, like, kill or destroy her family, almost kill her friends, and destroy an entire valley. And, there will be some redemption, and hopefully she can do something in the future that's good. But if I'm in the Knights Morales position, I don't see her erasing her memory as such a terrible thing. If she just goes back to living normal life and can just be a person.
Well, I think the thing is, it's like, because they don't really know about the book thing, and like Qifrey is like, okay, if we can find out this book, this like magic picture book that's like this, this is a thing that they're using to like prey upon other kids. Because I guess the thing is, from Qifrey's perspective, and also us, because we're the audience, we have all the information, it's like, if you lose Coco, you lose any trail, and the Brimcaps can just start again on a new kid, or a bunch of new kids, now that they know that they have a slight success, and they might just need to tweak it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and that makes sense. However, Qifrey's not doing it seemingly entirely out of an altruistic sense of justice or something, or just like setting the stones right, or, he's doing it because he has some kind of personal attachment to these guys or vendetta against them, and he is willing to commit crimes and erase people's memories just for that. So, let's follow that logic of, we need to keep Coco's memory so that we can keep the link to the Brimcaps. What happens when we find the Brimcaps? We're just going to kill them all? Like, do you really think we can kill all the Brimcaps and all of the people who are doing this bad magic? Like, there seems to be a lot of them that we don't even know. And it's far less likely that we're going to be able to destroy and dismantle their entire operation entirely before they cause way more mayhem, because the closer we get, the more that they're going to be doing. So, is it worth it to leave Coco loose to be doing more stuff, like on a policing basis? Is it more worth it to, like, have this sting operation where we're like letting her go loose and having her be like almost like an informant to us, and so the bad things continue to happen and we can see where they go and see where they lead and hopefully get the main bad guy? Are we going to get every main bad guy? And is it going to be, once we get there to get that opportunity, is that opportunity worth all of the destruction that's going to potentially happen on accident? It's not her fault. I don't know. It's just like, if you think about it logically, it makes a lot more sense just to wipe Coco's memory, but then we wouldn't have a story, obviously. So, and I am interested to see how this whole thing goes with Qifrey, and what other lengths he's willing to go to, and what his connection is to the Brimcaps in particular. It's very cool.
Very good.
Leave a like and subscribe. Check out the next one, and check out Patreon for the uncuts. See you guys next person.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.